Hey there and welcome back to the channel. Today I'm taking you on a half-day trip I did with my wife to Lake Como, visiting Bellagio and Varenna with a nice photography session on the ferry. The weather was great, but I had to deal with some harsh winter light, low yet still strong. I filmed everything with my iPhone, even the POV part, using the Telesin magnetic neck mount, and brought along my everyday carry camera, the Fujifilm X1 V. Alright, let's start. The first shots of the day are always the hardest for me. I need to get in the right mindset, aware of my surroundings, but also tune in to what my eyes are drawn to. So I took my first shots of this nice church and the little plaza next to it. Once I reached Bellagio Mains Road, I noticed every shop was closed and only a few tourists were walking around. A bit uninspired by the people around me, I decided to focus on the alley, basically a big staircase. With everything shut down and not much happening, we changed plans and took the ferry to Varenna before lunch. The ferry was about to depart, but I had just enough time to take a couple of shots along the way. Since this was my first time on this ferry, I wasn't sure what to expect, but as soon as I saw the light and the colors, I knew I was going to get some good photos. The ferry has this retro style, making every corner easy to photograph. The whole space has a greenish overcast from the floor, which contrasts nicely with the red chairs. Then I noticed a woman wearing an interesting hat that matched the ferry's vibe, so I took a couple of pictures of her. The green chairs and the orange life preserver made the shot even more interesting to me. I kept looking for contrasty images and spotted this couple. I used the window frame to compose the image and direct the eye toward the man in the yellow jacket. On this side of the ferry, the light was perfect, so I took my time capturing the surroundings. This colorful deck caught my attention. The yellow details contrast perfectly with the blue water, and the green adds an extra touch. Luckily, the ferry was empty, giving me the freedom to move around and focus on the boat's design. In this area, the cool tones of the lake and the floor contrast so well with the warm tones of the furniture, making it one of the best subjects of the day. I also tried capturing the water reflections on the ceiling, but the result wasn't too convincing. Since it was just a 15-minute ride, I went outside to take a few pictures of the lake. Once we reached Varenna, we followed a lakeside path to the old town. Along the way, I spotted a floating deck where a few people were enjoying the sun and the view. It made me think of how much I miss summer. Varenna felt a bit more alive, but the sun was behind the hill, making it tricky to photograph. So I headed to the upper part of the town, chasing the sunlight while waiting for lunch. One of the great things about these lake towns is that every narrow alley facing the water offers a good photo spot. Since it was almost lunchtime, we grabbed a panino from a local butcher and ate it by the shore. After lunch, we explored Varenna's narrow streets, capturing interesting sights and details. To really enjoy the light in Varenna, I'd need to wait until sunset, but since we had another plans for the afternoon, we headed back to the ferry. On the way, I noticed an old man fishing from a wall, so I took some time taking photos of him. For the return trip, we got a different ferry, so I had the chance to take new photos. This time, the floor and the chairs were blue, creating a different contrast with the warm tones of the tables and the both sides. And yes, if you think I'm obsessed with the chairs on these boats, you're absolutely right. I could spend an entire day photographing them. Before arriving in Bellagio, I took a final shots on the deck, documenting the docking process. Once back in Bellagio, it was time to head home, but I grabbed a few last photos before wrapping up. So if you're still watching, thanks for sticking around until the end. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.